to be. I'm tired of watching the distance between her and me. I'm going to go get her. So I just ask, did you come to get that person that you've always known yourself to be? Did you come to get her? Did you come to get him? Because they're not going to be delivered to you by UPS or by FedEx. You got to get up. You got to get moving. You got to eat your Wheaties. You got to take your B12. You got to take your vitamins. You got to get a little mad at your past. You got to forgive some folk. You got to harness something in you've never even seen before, and then you go get it. I just came by. I literally just stopped by South Africa to ask, are you willing to go get it? Are you willing to not keep score? See, some of y'all collecting and keeping score. You're collecting evidence on why it won't work. See, 2 days ago, it should have been impossible, but I refused to collect any evidence on why I couldn't be here. I was only concerned with why I had to be here. Move the daggone mountain. Because every mountain is just a molehill. It's just a speed bump. You just made it big. I set out, my son was 8 months old, and I set myself on a path to change my life until it was barely recognizable. Someone here today came to begin the beginning of changing your life until it's barely recognizable. Until it's barely recognizable. And I was grateful for every moment. Every single thing that's ever happened in your life needed to occur. It's all ingredients. It's all the seasoning in the woman called you. It's all the seasoning in the being called you. It built your resiliency. It built your determination. Everything you've ever experienced, you needed it. As long as you use it as your fuel, not your fortress. As long as you use it as your fuel and not your fortress. Yes, I just stopped by to ask you, are you ready? Are you willing? Are you willing to be radical? Are you willing to reinvent yourself into someone you haven't even seen yet? See, some of us hold ourselves hostage to who we've always been. I've always been that way. And how is that working for you? I was willing to redefine Lisa. I was willing to introduce myself to a new version of me I'd never seen before, because God said all things can be done through him and through me. I was willing to see the woman that God saw me to be, not the woman that I saw myself to be. I was willing to see myself through a new set of lenses. Can you see yourself through a new set of lenses? Like, this is a new day. You've never had a day like this before. Look at this room. You've never had a day like this before. Can you be willing to say, my life is about to become barely recognizable, and I'm the main character. I'm the main character. I'm the director. I'm the writer, and God is coming through me. And to my God, I say yes, yes. Are you willing? Are you willing? Are you willing? Because somewhere there's a 4-year-old girl looking at you. And there's a 7-year-old boy looking at you. There's a 17-year-old girl. She's looking at you. And she's not impressed by how you dodge every bullet. She's going to really watch the way you get hit by the bullet and keep on moving. She's going to watch on the days when you get knocked down, how you might not spring up, but she's going to watch you get up. She's going to watch you catch your breath and keep stepping. She's watching that. She's going to watch the way you forgive yourself when you think you've done the unforgivable. She's going to watch the way you love the perceivingly unlovable. She's going to watch the way you didn't dodge the bullet, you got hit. You didn't just keep moving after you got hit, but you were willing to love and embrace the shooter. Ooh, you ain't ready for that. Y'all like, I got to do that? Yeah, that's that woman you becoming. That's that woman. My son's father went to prison when my son was 8 months old. My biggest fear, being attached to someone in prison. My son is 23 this year, and his father is still in prison. Don't tell me you can't do magnificent things in spite of your circumstances. Don't tell me there's not a great divine assignment on your life, irregardless of what you've been through. Don't tell me that you get to be successful in spite of that thing. I'm going to say you get to have joy because of that thing. I'm just going to say, are you keeping track or are you keeping score? See, keeping score is collecting evidence on why it won't work. Keeping track is just taking notes so you don't do that thing again. I'm just saying, I'm keeping track. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. I just say you are the perfect person for this assignment. The perfect person. My son, that water sure look good. May I have some? That water sure look good. I'm going to have some of that. Thank you very much. Oh, yes, amen. Say yes, yes for the water. Agua. So, my son, when he was 2 years old, he used to break his toys in 14 days. Anybody have a boy and you know how boys want to tear everything up? Yes, yes? My God. So my son would break his toys in 14 days, inevitably. So I would only pay $14. How many rand is that, $14? It's little. 200? Little. So my son, he would break his toys, so I wasn't going to pay much. My son would pick the toy up and drop it. Pick the toy up and drop it. Pick the toy up and drop it until it broke. And then I put it in the toy cemetery. And we try to make a new toy out of all the broken toys. So I was in a toy store in Los Angeles. And I was looking at the toys, the cheap toys. Because I'm going to buy a cheap toy because he's going to break it in 14 days. And I'm looking at the cheap toys, and I hear God say, slide down the aisle. And I told God, this is my budget. Right here. How many of us talk back to God? You hear God's message? Come on, y'all. Yes, yes. Y'all don't leave me now. Don't leave me now. God told me what he wanted. God told me what God wanted. I told God what I wanted. So God said, slide down. I'm like, slide down. I look at this toy. It's $44.99. It's 3 times the amount of that toy. I said, oh, God, you don't know my budget. This is my toy right here. I picked the toy up that I wanted to get. I go, I check out. As I'm walking across the threshold of the store, I hear God. I said, anybody had that moment? I said, get the Mattel toy, Tonka toy. I don't know if y'all got Tonka toy. Tonka toy is like the heavy-duty toy. It's the expensive toy. Get the Mattel Tonka toy. I said, I ain't got that much money, God. We already eating beanies and weenies every day. God said, I said, go get the Tonka toy. So I go back in the store. I'm mad. Can I have the Tonka toy? I don't have no money. I get the toy. I go home. First thing Jelani does, my son, what? Pick it up and drops it. And it's a truck, one of those big trucks. You guys know the big trucks that don't go fast. It just goes, And then he picks it up. He drops it again. It goes, He picks it up, drops it again. 5 days go by. He picks it up, drops it. 8 days go by. Picks it up, drops it. 10 days go by. Picks it up, drops it. 14 days. I'm like, yep, it's going to break now. He picks it up, drops it. 21 days go by. Picks it up, drops it. 45 days go by. Picks it up, drops it. 6 months go by. He with this toy every single day. Everywhere he go, he got the toy. Y'all know about when your child loves a toy, right? 6 months, picks it up, drops it. A year, picks it up, drops it. Then he decides, I'm going to go and I'm going to roll it down the stairs and see if it'll go. So he rolls it down the stairs. It goes boom, 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 boom. Gets to the bottom. A year and a half goes by. Jelani plays with the toy every day. The toy like shaking, but it still goes. 2 years later, Jelani gets tired of the toy. Mommy, I'm tired of the toy. I don't want to play with it anymore. It just goes, So he explains how to play the toy to his little cousin. He gives him all the instructions. And then he gives the truck to Jamil, my nephew. Jamil gets the toy. The first thing he does is what? Picks it up and drops it. And the toy goes, For the next 18 months, Jamil does the exact same thing that Jelani did. Picks it up, drops it, and the truck goes, what, y'all? So Jamil gets tired of it. He gives it back to Jelani. It's now 4 years now. Jelani's like, Mom, Jelani's up here now. He's like, Mom, I don't want the toy. I said, well, let's give it to the Salvation Army. Let's give it to charity. He says, okay. We walk over to the Salvation Army. He says, Mama, one more time. Picks it up, drops it, and in the door it goes what? I tell you that because I was surprised. I was surprised that toy outlasted my son Jelani. I was surprised that it didn't break. I was surprised. But, brother, can you help me down? I was surprised, but Mattel wasn't. Mattel made that toy to outlast my son. Mattel said when they was developing this toy, they had it on the assembly line. Mattel said, this toy is going to meet Jelani Malik Nichols. And Jelani's going to pick it up and drop it a few times. So we got to make it extra sturdy. We got to make it extra endurance focused. We got to give it a lot of solid background. We got to make this toy where we ain't made no other toy because it's going to meet Jelani Malik Nichols. I believe, like that toy, when God had you on the assembly line, God said, she's going to go through something. Somebody's going to pick her up and drop her a few times. She's going to be what those men were talking about. He's going to go through something. He's going to lose his job. I got to give him extra endurance. I got to give him extra faith. Somebody's going to pick him up and drop him a few times. He's going to go down the stairs and go ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. But when they get to the bottom, they always going to go, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You came here for something. You came here to get your something. You came here for you. You came here because this is exactly where you're supposed to be, getting exactly what you're supposed to do. I'm not telling you nothing new. I'm not telling you anything new. You already knew this. I just had to travel from the U.S. to confirm what you already know. What you already know. I had to stand in agreement with you. I had to stand in agreement with you to let you know you on the right track. You doing the right thing. You supposed to be here. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. You've cried enough. You suffered enough. You watched her in the corner enough. And now it's time to meet her. You've always been her. You've always been her. I just stopped by to remind you that you're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. This is your day. Can't nobody do you better than you. Can't nobody do you better than you. Unapologetically do you. I'm just saying. The cameraman don't know what to do. Y'all got me? Because I'm going to walk this baby. I came for you. I came for you. I came for you. I don't need no sleep. I came for you. I came for you. This today is the first day of the rest of your life. And it's the first day of the best part of your life. Let me just say something. Some of you, you're not afraid of playing small. You are afraid of people really seeing how brilliant you really are. You still worried if they're going to accept you with all your brilliance, with all your magnificence. You keep shrinking yourself so that others won't feel insecure in your presence. You keep shrinking your genius and your magnificence. Well, I just stopped by to say that time is up. That time is up. Now is your time to do you unlike anyone else has ever seen you do you. Unapologetically do you. It's time for you to blow your own mind. Because when you blow your mind, you'll take care of the rest of us. It's that season. I didn't stop by to let you off the hook. I stopped by to tell you your greatest fear is not that you're going to die. Your greatest fear is that you'll die before the world sees who you really are. Come on, y'all. Yes, yes. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Yes, yes. Come on, y'all. Yes, yes. That you know there's more in you. You know there's more in you. And it's time for you to stand up, show up. It's time for you to play like you've never played before, love like you've never loved before. You need to forgive all that old stuff that you've been holding on to, all that old wrong. Yes, it was wrong, and yes, you didn't deserve it, and now you got today. Don't let anger and hatred and shame and blame take up any form of real estate in your being. Come on, y'all, somebody. Come on. Come on, somebody. Yeah! I'm just saying, I didn't need to get sleep last night to be with y'all. You're my fuel. I came for you. I came to make sure you got the memo. You don't have to worry about who's liking you on Facebook. Don't you dare worry about a like on Facebook. Don't you dare worry about, all you got to worry about is when I got up this morning, I liked me.